What's up, y'all? Flip here, EUC Chronicles, back with another goodie. How's everybody doing? All right, we got a lot to talk about in this episode, so I want to get right to it. Two major talking points I want to get into. One, I wanted to get into what's going on with my wheel, because that's very important. And then that kind of segues us into the next topic I wanted to get into. So let's hop on the trail. We're out here on one of my favorite bike trails on the Erie Canal, and we're just gonna go for a ride and we're gonna kick it. So no 360 today, because as you see, there's really no sun. 360 is trash when there's no sunlight. So we're gonna rock with the Insta360 Ace Pro. So strap in, folks. We're gonna do this. In the last video, I had you guys try to guess what wheel I ordered, because most of you guys assumed that I was ordering an EUC, and that's why I said you'll never figure out what I was getting, because it was not an EUC, not in the least bit. And that's why I said wheels. Guess what wheels I'm ordering, because technically it has two wheels instead of one. I ordered, or did order myself, an e-bike. I ordered myself, originally I was gonna get the Talaria XXX, because I've always wanted a dirt bike for a long time. It's just at the time, I couldn't foresee myself paying $3,000 for a Suron when it came out. But I've been subscribed to Suronster's page for a long time. I love that guy's content. And I was saying, hey, at some point I'm gonna get me an e-bike. And I've never dropped that. It's always been in the back of my head. So I finally did it. I finally pulled the trigger, and after going back and forth between the Suron, the Talaria, and then the wheel that I chose, which is the 79 bike Falcon Pro, which I will put up on the screen.
Officials of Ventures
Beautiful wheel, awesome wheel. And I was into this bike, man. I was super hyped for this bike. And unfortunately, some things happened, not on my end. I did everything in my power to get this bike, not on my end. But some things happened, and at this point in time, I am not getting an e-bike. And I will put all that stuff up on the screen. I'm gonna paraphrase the whole situation, but I'll put up on the screen the messages verbatim back and forth between this company. And, I did my research on this company. I didn't want to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And as you know, I went through a hell of an ordeal to order my DJI Avata 2 and had that company, DJI, directly lie in my face multiple times about what's going on with my drone, until I actually joined a Facebook DJI group and found out that Customs is seizing everything that's coming from China, not letting it through. And DJI did not admit this to me until I said something to them on the phone about it. And then they were like, oh yeah, that's the real reason why we're not sending in your drone. And then took them, I don't know, a month and a half to return my money. Just an awful pain in the ass ordeal I went through with them. So to have a situation like this kind of happen again, oh man, I was just done. I was livid. So long story short, I ordered the bike on March 11th, I believe. And this company says it takes like, 2 to 4 days to process, and you'll get your tracking number within a few days, and the bike will be shipped within like 8 days. Very quick shipping. And also free shipping, unlike the other sites like Luna Cycle and all these other places. Free shipping, which was great because for an e-bike of this size, it's either $500 or $250. That's it. So when I found a place that said free shipping, I was all for it. Let's go. Free shipping, let's do it. So after a few days of not getting my tracking number, I'm still checking to make sure everything in this, going back to the site, and it's saying that my order was processing. I hit them up and I was like, yo, what's going on? And the lady hit me back and was like, your wheel currently isn't in stock yet, and if you just wait a little bit, the wheel will be in stock. Something along those lines. So I messaged her back and I was like, it's unfortunate to hear, part of the reason why I went with your company is because, you claim to have very fast shipping times and processing time, and that you're local, you're American based. So to hear that the bike is in stock is a little disheartening, but all right, whatever. I'll wait. And while I was waiting, I emailed them back, was like, hey, I want to change the color of the bike. So can you do that for me? They're like, yeah, no problem. We'll change the color. So they changed the color of the bike to black and purple, which is what I wanted. And cool, we're straight. I think she said March 24th, she'll be able to ship it out. So I waited. Then she hits me back and says, hey, your black and purple that you ordered isn't in stock, and it won't be in stock until mid-April. So if you switch back to the silver and purple, we can get that out to you before March 25th. You know what? Screw it. Switch me back to the silver and purple one. I'll take it. Whatever. As long as I can get the wheel out of whatever, it's not that big of a deal, right? So I goes for that. So I wait patiently. But in the back of my mind, I just knew. I said, watch March 24th is gonna come, March 25th is gonna come, and they're gonna tell me, oh, can you wait a little bit longer? So sure enough, March 24th rolls around and I hit her up. I said, hey, I remember you saying per your last email that, I was gonna get the bike shipped out before the 24th. Here it is, the 24th. I haven't heard from you. Oh, I'm so sorry, but your bike, we just talked to the warehouse and the bike wouldn't be in stock until April 7th now. And if you can wait, we'll send you a $50 or $100 off or something like that. So once they tell me that, oh yeah, your bike's not in the warehouse and you're gonna have to wait till April 7th, I lose it. Obviously I didn't go fly off the handle, but I'll show you what I said on the screen. But paraphrasing again, basically like, this is completely unacceptable. $100 off of the bike after you making me wait over a month is ridiculous. There's no way I'm doing that. And I knew that you guys were gonna do this, because who's to say now that come April 7th, oh, the bike's still not, you know what I mean? They're just gonna dick me around. So I just washed my hands of it. I was like, you know what, just send me my money back. You know what I mean? Like, you have $4,000 of my dollars. Now, it'd be one thing if you say, hey, like how E-Wheels does, give us a deposit, and when your bike's ready, you pay us in full. Cool. Or even better, just tell me back when I ordered the bike, hey, the bike's not gonna be in stock for another month and a half, but we'll get it out to you as fast as possible. That way I could just prepare myself. Nope, they didn't want to do that. They just wanted to dick me around and just, and I'm not for that. I'm not with none of that. You know what I mean? So I just pretty much can't. Whoa. I want to people walk up that. Sorry. So yeah, I just washed my hands of the whole situation. So as it sits right now, I will not be getting an e-bike for this season. And that really sucks because I really wanted to get an e-bike, and for multiple reasons. One of the main reasons of getting the e-bike is just I've always wanted one. Always wanted one. It's just that at the time, I couldn't foresee myself spending that type of money on an e-bike. This is before EUCs even came into the picture. So, you know, now that I've spent upwards of $3,000 and more on EUC stuff, it's just like buying an e-bike is no real big deal, you know? And like I said, I always wanted to get one. I want to learn how to wheelie on an e-bike, which is one of the other reasons why I've been looking at getting one. I've been subscribed to Saransh's channel for God knows how long now, and I love watching his content. It's super entertaining. Like, I've never watched a boring video from him. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, I really wanted an e-bike. And also for my friends who refuse to learn how to ride EUC, and my older brother, which, you know, he used to be a daredevil back in his day, for them all to tell me, oh yeah, I'm not riding that thing, I'm not learning how to ride that thing, and you're out of your mind. It sucks because, like, I would like these guys to come on these trips with me and my guys when we go ride up to Amsterdam or ride down the bike trail in Albany or wherever, you know, but like, because they don't want to ride EUC, they're not going to be able to do it. And, you know, having an e-bike makes it easy because everybody knows how to ride a bike. And for my other reason, and which is a very, very enticing reason to have an e-bike, and which also brings me to my next talking point that we're going to get into, is content-wise, I could do so much more having an e-bike and talk about so much more having an e-bike than I can with the EUCs. And I'm sorry, guys. I know this is gonna, you know, make some of you guys mad, but it's true. The e-bike community is like 4 times the size of the EUC community. It just is. There's way more people with e-bikes than there are with EUCs. And I said this in year 1 of me having this channel, like talking about EUCs all the time, like not what we're doing right now, but like just the, you know, talking about new wheels and all this hype and, you know, the whole charade of what goes on with these wheels. It gets boring just to have this talk about, oh, this wheel's coming out, and then what do you think about this wheel? What do you think about this wheel? How do you think this wheel is going to disappoint us? You know, what's the price point of this wheel? You know, and that also, for me, why I think a lot of EUC content creators have stopped making content. Ustride, Kuji, Vibes, like so many people who I've been watching from like day 1, they don't really make content anymore, you know, and it's just hard to like get excited about the same old rinse, wash, and repeat situation of the EUC world that we're in. And like, you know, even with the parts, there's only so many parts you can buy. There's so many, you know, pads you can buy or review and unbox, and oh, here's another unboxing. It's like, it gets super, super boring, and it's just not fun, you know, where with the e-bike, like I said, the community is much bigger. There's way more parts involved, way more upgrades you can get. So there's more things to talk about. One thing I don't see these guys doing is having the same issues that we have when it comes to making content on YouTube. You know, a lot of these guys, I'm watching their video, they're just going for rides, man. They're not even reviewing anything. They're just riding their wheels, some riding by themselves, and it's still like entertaining to watch. And I'm not saying that EUC content isn't entertaining to watch. It's just that, you know, having like, you know, I did something a few weeks ago, because I used to, you know, I was one of the people that used to give Chooch a lot of shit about his videos. And not that there's anything wrong with Chooch. Chooch is great when he's not being racist. I was like, let me go to his channels and go to all his wheel reviews and just watch his reviews and just see like what he says about each wheel. And it's damn near cut and paste every single wheel review, even down to this wheel. I even watched his review on this wheel where, you know, this wheel did not get favorable reviews from people for the most part, you know, about the range or whatever. He gave it stellar reviews. Every wheel's, oh, this wheel right here. Oh my goodness, what a wheel. And granted, he has incentive to sell you wheels, but it's just like, dude, come on. Like, how many times are you gonna say the same thing over and over and over and over? So like, even him, I noticed like a dip in his channel, like him putting out videos. So I'm wondering, like, there's just so many people. Ustride, that's my guy, man. Like, Ustride was the reason why I bought a Tesla. And his review on the V13 was another reason why I was like sold on getting it. 2 people sold me on the V13, was Ustride and Kuji Rolls. Those are the 2 guys' videos I watched, and I was like, oh yeah, no, this is the wheel I'm gonna get. Because I was stuck for a while trying to figure out what I wanted, because I really originally was gonna get a Master Pro, but when I finally got to ride a Master Pro, I was like, I don't know if I'm sold on this. It's a gorgeous wheel. I love the range of the Master Pro. Don't get me wrong, because I originally was gonna buy it for the range, but just after riding it, I was just like, I don't know. It just didn't like, it didn't grab me. But after watching those guys review on this wheel, I was like, that's the wheel. And plus, I'm the guy that always goes off the beaten path. If everybody's going left, I'm going right. It's just the nature of the beast. So, and the same brings me back to my e-bike, or why I went with the 79 Falcon Pro, excuse me, than the Talaria or the Suron. Because I just wanted something different. I don't see, there's not a lot of videos at all on YouTube about the Falcon Pro, which also was cool about making content, because I would be making a lot of content on this wheel, because I had a hard time finding people riding this wheel, reviewing this wheel and whatnot. There's only a few people really. So yeah, I was like, man, this is the wheel for me. This is what I want. I'm gonna get this. And now I'm not getting it. It sucks, because I was so ready. And it just sucks. It breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. It kills me inside. But what are you gonna do, man? But yeah, so at the moment, as it sits, no e-bike. I'm still toying with the idea. I can order it from 79 Bike directly, which I may do. I don't know. I'm so turned off to the whole situation right now. I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I still want the bike, and I'm still gonna get the bike without question. It's just a matter of when am I gonna get the bike now, because I was kind of saying to myself, damn, that's a dead end too. I was saying to myself that, you know, maybe, because originally when I bought this wheel, I said that I was not going to upgrade for at least another 3 years, or at least until I max out everything on this wheel, as far as like just the range, the top speed. Like, this wheel will not be able to perform for me the way I intended it to. Then I was gonna upgrade. But now, you know, what I'm saying is, like, maybe because this is the beginning of the season, maybe I'll ride throughout this season, get all the upgrades I wanted to get for this wheel, the new shocks, the pedal drop, change the tire like I wanted to. It's not really too much. You finally get some, you know, some pads for this thing, and take these stock pads off, because these stock pads are just here for, they're really just here for show. They don't really do anything. I wanted to either get some power knobs with the wide brake pads on the back. I definitely want some wide braking pads, so I can just really bend into this thing. But so that's where I'm at right now. Do I just get some upgrades for my EUC, ride the EUC for the rest of the summer, and then, you know, try to get rid of my other wheels? So yeah, I talked to my boy Samako, and he expressed some interest in getting an MSX just to have another wheel to kick around. So hopefully if he still wants to do that, that would be great, because I can get the MSX out of here. So in summary, to wrap this whole thing up, nothing but disappointment on the face of Flip. Very upset, but good things come to those who wait, I guess. So I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I want to do at this point, but I think I'm just gonna go get the upgrades for this and rock out this summer, give the best EUC content I can give for this season, and then definitely when I do get my e-bike, it's gonna be e-bike season, because I suspect that once I get that thing, I won't be riding anything else. You know, maybe every now and then I'll break the EUC out, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm just thinking in my head, you know, what's gonna happen. But I just know I'm really determined to get an e-bike, that e-bike in particular. Because now that, you know, I've done so much research on it, I can't really see myself riding the Talaria anymore. Not the Triple X, maybe an upgraded Talaria, or E-Ride Pro, which is like $1,000 more, which is a little bit faster bike and a little more range. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting an e-bike. That's all that matters. I'm getting an e-bike. So that's it. Guys, if you have any ideas or anything you want me to do as far as content on this channel, let me know. Hold on for a second. Let's flip this. Hey, buddy. He just came out of nowhere. I'm flying too, but I saw him coming up, so it's not like it's Anyway, so if you have any ideas or things you would like me to discuss on the channel, please feel free to leave it in the comments, and I would love to do that. Just to do anything else besides talking about the same old thing over and over again. As far as, you know, new wheels coming out, but I will tell you this, I did look at the Panther. I did look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I did look at it. Not a fan of the look entirely, but the range and the size of the tire, yeah. But it'd just be dumb to upgrade my EUC right now when I haven't maxed this thing out yet. I almost got mauled. But anyway, thanks for rocking out with your boy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ooh. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoy it. Be sure to like if you actually enjoy it. Don't forget to ride into that subscribe button for more videos to come from EUC Chronicles. That bell is obnoxious.